Okay, so before we actually get into the video, I just want to say one thing. I've finally started my own Greenville Roleplay server. It's like a realistic type based server. You know, you have your realistic sessions where you actually have to like roleplay to get your driver's license. You need to roleplay to get your insurance. However, we also have like a car community where we host like a lot of car meets, street races, all that. So if you're interested in either of them, you could rather apply for that separately, or you can apply for both using our advanced civilian application. However, if you join in the first week, you get free civilian plus, which is like our advanced civilian, and you get free access to join both types of sessions. So if you're interested in that, make sure to join using the link in the description. And anyway, let's get right into the video. Now, you might be wondering, how do people get all these off-sale BMWs? How do they get that off-sale Alfa Romeos? Well, for these examples, let's go into Driving Empire so I can explain more about it. Now, since we are actually in Driving Empire, I want to talk about the brands that actually do want to work with Roblox. So over here, we have Audi, Jaguar, Lotus, Land Rover, and Pagani that are actually in common when it comes to Greenville and Driving Empire licenses. However, Driving Empire does have a lot more licenses. These are all the brands that actually do want to work with Roblox no matter what, because there are some that just don't want to work with Roblox just because like maybe it's a childish game. I don't know the actual reason. We could take some of these brands, for example, like Aston Martin is in Greenville, Bentley is fictional in Greenville, of course. We have Ford, so we have Lamborghini. These brands could get licensed in Greenville. So the first thing I'd do, I'd get the brands that are also in Driving Empire, since they could be coming to Greenville at one point as well, which means they would have to go off sale before they actually get licensed. Now, the second method I have is following car groups. For example, we could take the Volkswagen group. Currently, only Audi is licensed when it comes to the Volkswagen group. However, in the future, more might come. Since also, don't get me wrong, not only Volkswagen is a really highly appreciated brand, or like group at least, since people do love Volkswagen, Audi, Bentley, Lamborghini even. Them brands could come to Greenville at one point, since don't get me wrong, they are also in Driving Empire. However, I feel like if we were to get more licensed cars, I feel like Hunter would follow the groups as well. We can even take Stellantis, which owns, for example, a Bath, Alfa Romeo, Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Jeep, Maserati, all of them. If they are in Greenville, I highly recommend buying them, since they also do potentially have a chance to get licensed. However, none of this is guaranteed. It is only just a theory. Just make sure none of this is actually confirmed to happen. Now, the final method is buying at least one car from each car brand in Greenville. Fiction or not, it does have a chance to come to Greenville. Of course, it's better if it's already licensed by some different game on Roblox. However, if it isn't, there is still a chance of it coming to Greenville first before any other game. So even what I did, I bought overall cars from car brands that I feel like could go for sale, which is Ford, Volkswagen, Porsche, Durand, which would be I think Chevy, don't get me wrong, I don't know, Bullhorn, which is Dodge. I just bought a bunch of cars which might of course end up going off sale, but you know, I'm not the one to say they are going off sale. I have no idea. Developers don't also know either. It's only if the car is requested to be taken off sale, or if it's getting licensed, which could happen really out of nowhere. Now, if you did find this video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe, and also please don't go around saying that these brands are going to go off sale, because it is not confirmed. It's only just my theory.